Reprise de débat.
Resuming debate, the Honourable Minister for Democratic Institutions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the Honourable Member from Nickel Belt for sharing his time with me. I really appreciate it. Mr. Speaker, it is with a great deal of pride and humility that I stand for the first time on debate in this House on this traditional territory of the Algonquin peoples. It's a moment that will be forever marked in my memory. I'd like to begin by thanking the people of Peterborough Kawartha for the trust and support that they've shown me. I intend to honor that trust with hard work, a commitment to listening to all perspective, and a determination to act on the needs of the people of my riding. Mr. Speaker, I came to this place after a long journey. I was born on the other side of the world in a place rather different from Canada. It was a place at war where human rights were not respected, where educating women was not allowed, and where the concept of a 31-year-old parliamentarian and cabinet minister was unthinkable. I embarked on this journey with the most courageous person I know, my mother, who along with my two sisters gave up everything she knew and loved and set out on a journey with the sole purpose of seeking a better life for her daughters. Our journey brought us to Peterborough, Ontario, where I found myself an 11-year-old girl in a strange land with no language, with no understanding of the culture I was now to live in, with no friends, and it was a journey that was made possible by the kindness of the people of Peterborough Kawartha, who sheltered us, who helped us enroll in school, who invited us to special events, who eased our loneliness and nurtured us. Mr. Speaker, I stand here a proud product of everything Peterborough does best, and I'm committed to repaying that kindness through service to my community. Now, the list of those who have helped me arrive at this place is long, but I'd like to thank my family, especially my mother and my sisters, my brother-in-law, and my 6-year-old niece, Layla, the love of my life. I'd also like to thank my campaign family, the team of hundreds of women and men, young and young at heart, political veterans and first-timers to the process who worked tirelessly to make today possible. I'm also here because the Prime Minister presented a coherent plan for real change and provided Canadians with a positive alternative to the politics of division. The speech from the throne enunciates a clear path for achieving these objectives, and as Minister for Democratic Institutions, I intend to seek change that will create a more open and transparent government. Mr. Speaker, in that role, I look forward to working with all members of this House to strengthen and modernize our democratic institutions. In approaching this task, I intend to be guided by a number of key principles. First, that the reforms we eventually choose must be designed to address the interests of all Canadians and go far beyond simply addressing the interests of the political parties we represent. Second, that our reforms encourage participation among those who have felt marginalized in the past, young people, people economically disadvantaged, minorities, and so many others. And third, reform needs to address people who feel that their voice does not matter, people who feel that their concerns are ignored and that their hopes and aspirations don't matter. Democratic reform must include these people and work to ensure that in a not-too-distant future, the membership of this House better reflects the makeup of Canadian society. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I wish to address the nature of the debate in this House. I believe it does need to represent partisan opinion, but with an aim to reach a non-partisan consensus that reflects the interests of Canadians and not political parties. The discussion needs to be inclusive, with equal voice given to organized groups and individuals with opportunities to engage settlers and Indigenous peoples, urban and rural Canada, French and English Canada, with input from experts and academics and individuals and their lived stories, with participation from those who know this place well and Canadians for whom political participation may be new. Mr. Speaker, very importantly, the debate needs to be civil. It is imperative that we disagree without being disagreeable, that we seek not to drown out the voices of those who oppose us, but engage in meaningful and respectful discussion. Mr. Speaker, this principle is not just about the debate on democratic reform, but must be applied to all political debate in this House. It's why I wholeheartedly support the Speaker's determination to stop heckling. When I witness it, I'm troubled, and I'm taken back and reminded of the devastating impacts of taunting and bullying in our schools and the anti-bullying initiatives implemented across the country. Mr. Speaker, bullying is bullying, whether in the schoolyard or in this House, and I intend to take a personal pledge not to participate in heckling and urge other members to join me. Our time here is a gift. We must use it responsibly, productively, and respectfully. In closing, Mr. Speaker, I wish to repeat a commitment that I made to the people of Peterborough Kawartha and now would like to make to Canadians generally. That I will work hard, that I will be your voice in Parliament, that I will listen and always be open to reasoned arguments and respectful dialogue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.